I'm Cameron Johnson. I started my first business when I was 9 years old. Made my first $1 million before I was 17. You could say I know a little bit about business. Strap in, because this is Beat the Boss USA.
3 bright sparks.
Yeah, big shots. You better watch out.
3 big shots.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
2 new products.
We need a final idea now. We've got to think of a logo fast.
But only one team can win.
Have the results right here.
Beat the Boss.
Los Angeles is a city with a serious sense of fashion. Today, the bright sparks and the big shots are going to go head-to-head to create the latest in designer streetwear. The question is, who knows what you really want?
Today's bright sparks are Allie, Cherelle, and Oliver. First up is Allie from Cardiff. He's an all-round sportsman who's ready to give the big shots a run for their money.
Big shots, I'm gonna hit you for 6. You've got no chance.
Next is Cherelle from Manchester. She's as passionate about beating the big shots as she is about music and fashion.
Big shots. I'm the bossiest bright spark around. I'm gonna boss yous out of town.
And straight from Beverly Hills is Oliver, bringing his knowledge of the American market to the team. Oliver's planning to blast the big shots with some serious chords.
Hey, big shots, here's a sick riff for you. You're going down. We're kids, we know what kids want, and we're awesome.
There are the bright sparks. Now let's bring on the big shots.
They are Debbie, Sean, and Lucinda. Debbie is an art dealer specializing in cartoons, and she strikes a hard bargain.
Bright sparks, your light is going out.
Next is Sean. He's an entrepreneur who's spotted a gap in the health food market, and he's prepared to go the extra mile to chase down success.
Little twerps, you think you have energy? I'm the king of energy.
And finally, Lucinda. She's a high-flying marketing executive working in technology. Her job is to search the world for the latest products.
My message for the bright sparks, watch out, kiddies. You might be able to start something, but can you finish it? I do this for a living. What do you guys do?
So those are our teams. The big shots, who are some of the best business brains on the block, and the bright sparks, who have their ears to the street when it comes to the children's market. Both teams will have to battle it out to win the Beat the Boss trophy. It's time to deliver the brief.
Bright sparks. Allie, Cherelle, how was it being in LA?
Pretty top.
Yeah, Los Angeles is for stars.
Good morning, big shots.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Pretty confident you're going to be able to beat the bright sparks.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's not a question.
You think you can beat the big shots?
Of course we will.
Of course we will.
Oliver, how are you going to get these two up to speed on the American children's market?
Well, I've lived here all my life. I'll just kind of tell them what American kids would want opposed to what British kids would probably want.
So have any of you ever had a fashion nightmare?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Have-
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you ready to receive your brief?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You'll need to spot the latest fashion trends challenge, as your team has to design a range of streetwear that will get you noticed in all the right places. You must design one outfit for girls and one outfit for boys, and you must use a range of fabrics to make your clothing stand out.
Wow.
What do you think? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm over the moon.
Do you think you know what the kids' market is like these days?
I think we know how to find out.
What makes you think you can beat the big shots?
Because they don't know nothing about that, so we definitely have the upper hand here.
The challenge is to create 2 outfits, one for boys and one for girls. Streetwear is a mixture of fashion from hip-hop to skater style, and it's become a multi-million-dollar business.
This is definitely going to be a tough challenge. You're going to have to get inside the minds of your target market and find out why kids think certain clothes are cool and what influences their decisions. Oliver, you're going to need to bring Cherelle and Allie up to speed on the American children's market. And if you want my advice, you need to get going.
I think that the brief's like been chosen for like me because, you know, I'm all about like fashion.
I think it will be pretty easy for me to get inside the mind of the target market. Given that I sell cartoon art for a living, I think I'm already in the mind of a 12-year-old.
She might think that now, but it's a hard market to crack. So I've sent both teams off to do their market research to find out what's hot and what's not. The Bright Sparks are checking out the latest in LA cool. At the top of the style list is denim.
If we are going for a street and a bit skater look, I think we should cut out the baggy jeans because they're not the best selling at the moment and we want to win.
That'd be skinny for the person wearing it, probably. I think that we should kind of get a jean that's pretty much blue to nearly black.
I'd say more girls like in summer, in this summery weather, would tend to wear like more of a baggy top and short shorts, like denim short shorts.
Over to the big shots. Lucinda and Debbie are learning all about their target market. They've teamed up with some local fashion lovers, Kadar and Liam.
All you really have to do sometimes is just have like a really cool t-shirt.
Yeah, and then you can just wear whatever you want. Like I like stuff with like shiny colors with like gold on them, like this. I like this as a cool t-shirt.
A hoodie's still a big deal.
A black hoodie with like, as we had on this shirt back here, how it's got like this sort of like a shiny thing going on. Like if it was a black hoodie with that kind of a design with like a bright zipper on it, that would just
be
like
the best hoodie.
be awesome. That would be like an awesome hoodie.
You said skulls are cool, right?
Yes, and then like
Skulls are cool. I see skulls like everywhere.
What I've noticed from the kids is that there's more of a uniform than I first thought. It's t-shirts, it's jeans, there's a bit of color, not too much, a bit of grunge, a little fancy, and I think that I'm starting to learn the parameters in which to work our designs.
Down the street, Sean is finding out what girls want, with a little help from Sophie and Kelly.
Is this type of art in right now? Kind of, it's almost like more of the graffiti style.
It's always
in. It's always
yeah,
in. So
always.
graffiti's pretty big right now.
It's just always in.
You know, this looks a little bit more kind of tomboy. Would you say that style's in right now?
It's so tomboy that it's like tomboy chic, you know?
Tomboy chic?
Yeah.
But the Bright Sparks are struggling to agree on what looks cool.
Oh, I really like the colours on the front of this one. I really like the colours at the back as well.
Cherelle, I don't think the colour thing would work with skater dudes. Simple design, don't you think? Simple design but nice.
I think that's pretty boring.
It is kind of boring. I think that we should do something that's like a bit more complicated. Get something that's like a logo kind of like this, that's simple, but also like a cool design. What we should do is we should kind of go for the skater look a bit, but also tone it down a bit and incorporate it with other looks that people are wearing.
Cherelle isn't convinced by what's in the shops.
The American girls' clothes are quite similar to the ones that we wear in Britain, but I've been walking around the shop and I've been looking at all the boys' clothes and they're pretty dull. They need some more colours to them.
Style guru Jasper has a few tips to get them started.
It's nice to actually try and say something with what you're designing, rather than just putting a logo on a t-shirt.
I really like the way where you do the picture and then you always have like a message at the back to represent the picture.
It's good to actually have meaning behind it.
Which type of colours do you mostly use?
We mainly use black and white because they sell more than any other colours.
Overall, the best seller
It's
is...
black, yeah, definitely. Wish you guys luck. Just make sure that you have a message and you have a design that stands out.
Both teams have got to grips with the latest trends. Now, I want them to get inspired by some of the main influences of streetwear.
Downtown, the big shots are checking out some street dance and its influence on fashion.
I'm wearing knickers, striped socks, Converse, striped shirt. Just kind of mixed in with some jeans, skate shoes, like a striped shirt.
Why did you choose to wear those colors and that style?
Well, I'm also in the skateboarding scene and all that with the dance and all that striped shirts. It kind of feels good, but it can also feel like, you know, you're making your own imagination.
What is the influence of the bandana?
It's just kind of like a tradition. It's kind of fun wearing bandanas. It also kind of takes out the sweat when you're dancing.
We have really learned a lot today, and I'm starting to see trends. I think we got a good idea about what kids like.
On Venice Beach, the Bright Sparks are tapping into a major influence on streetwear: skateboarding.
Are those style of stars really popular among skaters?
Yeah. It's a skater shirt, and it's made for skaters.
He was a skater boy, she said see you later boy. He wasn't good enough for her. She had a pretty face.
In your school, do most people wear like dark colors or light colors?
Most girls, they wear light colors, they wear bright colors and tank tops and stuff like that.
Well, I've learnt that there's people that dress for skateboarding, but there's people that just dress to look good, so we're gonna have to work around both of them.
Both teams now have to get their streetwear ideas down on paper. It's time for the brainstorm.
I was thinking there's 4 main areas that we need to kind of make some decisions on. First, I think the biggest one is the message or the theme.
I think we need to think about where people will be wearing these clothes and stuff.
I think if we're gonna try and go for a brand, I think we could name it Wicked. I kind of like that. It has that kind of edge.
The Big Shots are off to an excellent start, but the Bright Sparks are struggling to get their ideas off the ground.
It's kind of difficult working with the two boys because they do their own thing and I do my own thing. When I put my contributions in, they look kind of shocked.
Bright Sparks, you're kids, you're designing clothes for kids. You know what kids like. I think you guys need to work together as a team. You don't need to have different drawings on every single person's paper. I don't want to see you guys working individually anymore. Bring all of your great ideas together because you all have great ideas. In fact, I'm going to take one of these notepads, so you have to work on one.
Okay, thanks.
When deciding to finalize the girls' design, we have to remember that with the guys, we, for instance, have the simple design. It's very clean, but we also have the gizmo. We have the headphones integrated into the hood.
Okay, I think we should do a hoodie with just a bit more of a feminine edge because they're talking about how the skater, chick is just as big a...
Tomboy, didn't you say tomboy chic?
Tomboy chic.
Tomboy chic, that's what we're going for.
Hey, Big Shots.
Hi,
What's
Cameron.
You making progress?
Hopefully.
I think so.
Do you have any drawings or anything you can show me so far?
We've got some pretty good concepts. Basically, you'll see skull and crossbones throughout the pieces. Skinny jeans, both for the boys and the girls, and a hoodie, both for the boys and the girls.
A big part of your challenge is the fabric.
Yeah.
Have you thought about fabric?
You bring up a good point, Cameron.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids that we interviewed said that they really liked stars.
I think the stars are okay as well.
At last, the Bright Sparks are starting to work together. It's good to see they're bringing in their market research.
Cherelle, did you mean shorts that just stop right above the knee? Same size as what kind of bathing board short look would kind of be?
With only minutes to go, both teams are running quickly out of time.
Why I think that the hooded shirt should just have Wicked down the sleeves. The only thing that it has is this really nice zipper with a skull and crossbone.
Maybe the skull and crossbone is the pink.
There's a lot of girls out there that don't like pink.
The Big Shots ideas are still all over the place.
So is there another color that's
Silver.
less?
I think silver would be nice because it picks up with the bling on the pole.
The Big Shots really need to start reining in their ideas, and the Bright Sparks still need to come up with a brand and a message.
I do think we need a final idea now, because when Cameron comes back, he will be expecting a final idea. We've got to think of a logo fast.
Big Shots, pens down, time's up. What have you got?
We are going to start off with a hoodie that has headphones built into the hood. This hoodie is going to look absolutely marvelous. We can't reveal all the designs yet. They will be seen.
It doesn't sound like you're taking this very seriously.
Our boys' idea is similar to the girls. We have a black hoodie with headphones built into the hood. We have a neon orange zipper, and down one sleeve it says Wicked in a shiny black ink.
So you've got your boys' design. You don't really have your girls' design. But hopefully you'll have something better when you go to present to the company, because they have to produce this and then ultimately the kids have to like it if you're going to have any chance at beating the Bright Sparks.
Cameron kind of came down on us because we hadn't really focused in on what we were supposed to be doing. We're not really there yet, so I'm starting to get a little worried. We don't really have much time to put this together.
All right, Bright Sparks, time's up.
The Bright Sparks have their designs, but they still don't have a message.
Team, you're gonna have to present your idea and your concepts to a company who's gonna have to manufacture this. It's gotta stand for something. You gotta have a brand. It has to have a common theme. Everything that you looked at today stood for something, and everyone that wore those outfits wore them for a reason. The same reasons that you all are wearing your outfits today. So what does it stand for? What's the common theme?
I actually have an idea. I think fight for it.
Is that a good name, do you reckon?
I wouldn't choose it, but
Stand together, become one. Something really powerful.
I really like come together because that's what we really need to do right now, and that's what has been one of our main issues this entire time. So I think that would really stand for something really good and something that we need to do also.
I like that. It stands for something.
It didn't go as well as it could have gone, but I think we'll eventually be able to pull together and make a really good product.
In the nick of time, the Bright Sparks have come up with the brand name Come Together, with a star as their logo. While the Big Shots have the brand Wicked, with the skull and crossbones as their motif.
It's time for the Bright Sparks to take on the Big Shots of America.
The pressure's on. Both teams have to pitch their ideas to a top U.S. streetwear designer. Live Mechanics is an LA-based fashion label. OSA is the face behind the brand. Finally, the teams are meeting face to face for the very first time.
Hey, Big Shots, it's time to face the facts. You're gonna lose.
Bright Sparks, now that the real event is upon us, you're gonna start to cry. Good luck. You're gonna need it. It looks like the pipsqueaks have arrived.
he kind of looks like he's like a wannabe Brad Pitt, but he's not quite getting there with the haircut.
You know, wannabe Brad Pitt, that's probably one of the best compliments I've received in a while.
Enough heckling. It's time for serious business.
Hello, guys.
OSA tosses a coin to see who will pitch first.
Heads it is. So what do you guys want to do? You want to go first?
You know what they say, age before beauty.
What do you guys have for me? What do you guys have for me?
Okay, so here is a hoodie. There'd be one for boys and one for girls. And down the sleeve is Wicked. It's like a patent leather kind of thing. So it's black on black.
An interesting gizmo is the integration of headphones into the actual hood of this hoodie.
It's a brilliant idea. We all want to put things on clothes. The reality of it, though, is that, you know, you have manufacturing constraints. You know, certain things that cannot be done, especially when you're mass producing it.
While the Big Shots are struggling to make an impression, some of their designs have fallen into the hands of their opponents.
Wicked, that's them.
That is such a corny logo. Wicked.
Tomboy chick. We've just found the Big Shots notebook and I've seen their ideas. I know that we're definitely gonna win.
Back in the pitch, the Big Shots are pushing on. But again, they've left out the most important factor, the material.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the fabrics. I see that you guys haven't really done enough research in that area because fabrics are very, very key, very important.
The parts that we definitely need to make sure we nail down are the fabrics. We've got to make sure we have a handle on that. And also, we've got to make sure the headphone things we're going to have to probably get rid of. It's a bit complicated in production.
So if the Big Shots could have done better, can the Bright Sparks make the grade?
So what do you have for me?
This is a white t-shirt, and it's made of brushed cotton for a softer feel.
That is very good because, you know, you talked about one of the most important things in making a garment, which is the fabrication. So go ahead.
It has this style of like a nautical star on it, and it starts out very small, at the bottom and they get much bigger.
Basically, it's going to be border shorts. We're going to have make C2G on the side with big block white writing and then black vines coming off it.
What's C2G?
Come together.
I like that. I like that a lot.
On the pocket of the jeans, that will be like the same star.
Okay, you know, I have a problem with the logos. I think you have too much logos. You want to keep it nice and simple. So, you know, think about that when you go sit down in front of designers.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the pitch. All of us, we pulled together, we rehearsed it, and all of us did our parts.
The Bright Sparks ideas are more current for kids because it's a classic, and you can't reverse that.
The next big task is to turn the team's ideas into workable designs, with help from Ramon and Dustin. The Bright Sparks need to make sure they have a common theme.
This is one outfit, correct? Now, you have stars being the main graphic on this one, but on this one, you're using vines.
Cherelle, what you reckon?
Okay, yeah.
What do you think, Cherelle? You got to design. You're part of the design team, too, because honestly, what we're going to do is we're going to take you guys' vision, we're going to make it happen. Okay, a suggestion I have to tie these two pieces together would be a gradient. You have a blue short, you have a white shirt. You can have a gradient print, which would be the bottom of the short may be dark, and then as you get up to the top of the short, it gets light.
I think the gradient is a really good idea.
Okay.
The designers have spotted a problem with the Big Shots Wicked brand.
You're using a skull and cross, and you're also doing a black hoodie with orange pops. Now, have you considered the fact that you might limit yourself to Halloween? The whole thing together is just screaming Halloween.
We can change to the
We
blue.
could do green or blue, and you know the guys also said they would do pink. I think that's a little risky.
Why don't we go
we
for the
see that
blue?
great blue all over. We were
How
seeing
about
that
a blue
everywhere.
similar to your logo?
Considering where we were during the brainstorming session, I think we feel even more confident because what we had before were just rough sketches and ideas. Now we have final sketches and great design down on paper.
We've got an even better product now, and we've polished all the last-minute changes, and I'm very sure we can beat the Big Shots.
I would put my money on the Bright Sparks.
But there's only one decision that counts. The winner of the Beat the Boss trophy is decided by our 25 expert judges. It's decision day. Our two teams are called to the Beat the Boss USA headquarters to find out who's won.
I think we have a fantastic design, and if the judges know good product, then we're gonna win hands down.
I'm really excited to see both products, especially to see what the Big Shots look like.
You know, these kids, they know what they want. They know what their friends wear, but at the same time, I think we're creative and we're smart enough, so we'll see if we're right.
I'm very excited, all my team's excited, and I definitely think we can win this.
My final message to the Bright Sparks, if you really want a job done well, leave it to the pros.
We're the Bright Sparks, and we're about, so yeah, Big Shots, you better watch out.
Welcome to Beat the Boss USA's headquarters. This is the big moment. You're about to see your finished products for the very first time. How are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous about how to comfort the Bright Sparks when they lose.
Debbie, let's take off the cloth.
All right.
You know, I saw these exact same designs during New York Fashion Week.
Oh, here's our thing on the side. Oh,
Wicked.
turned out nicely.
Bright Sparks, what do you think of the Big Shots design?
I wouldn't be caught dead in anything that had skulls on it.
Really? What are those? Are those like flying fish that you have in your shirt? Are those more
This is a Buddha and koi.
Well, the Bright Sparks, you've had a lot to say about their product. Let's see what you've got.
Whoa.
What do you think? Do you think this is going to be enough to beat the Big Shots?
I'm 100% confident we are gonna win.
And are these two outfits that you all would wear? Cherelle, you would wear this outfit?
Wear that.
I would definitely wear that.
And you wouldn't wear their outfit?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, when did you guys have time to visit my grandmother's garage sale?
When she saw your clothes and decided to get rid of them.
Well, that's what you think about your products. But now it's time to find out what our target market thinks. Why don't you have a seat and we'll see what they had to say.
We asked our 25 judges to test both products. To make it fair, they had no idea who designed which one. First up, the Big Shots Wicked.
I
like how there's a skull on the leg. It's really cute. I like the t-shirt, but instead of the skull being all glittery, maybe they can just make it white.
I like how there's the skull on the jacket. It's useful to have the MP3 player holder because I walk around with no pockets. I thought the back should show a picture or something.
Yeah.
And what did the judges make of the Bright Sparks Come Together brand?
I love how it's like blending into the white and it's all blue and then it's white.
I like it. The jacket's like really nice, yeah. And I like the color on it too.
I don't really like the C2G outfit because it looks a little bit too kiddie.
I like on this jacket the stars, how they match that and this. And then I like how on the leg, how it says C2G.
Time to vote.
Big Shots, they love the dark colors. They love the skull and crossbones on the Wicked outfits, but they thought the back of the sweatshirts was a little too plain. Bright Sparks, they love the star motif. They love the C2G logo, but they thought the outfits were a little too childish. But who did they vote as the overall winner? I have the results right here. The winners of the Beat the Boss USA clothing product with 20 votes to 5.
Oh my God.
Are the
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
No.
the Big Shots.
Who has a country named Wicked?
Big Shots, come on over. Let me present to you your trophy. Congratulations. How does it feel to be winners?
It feels amazing.
It feels great.
Big Shots, you're with me in the limousine. Bright Sparks, I'm sorry, but you will have to take the bus. Come on.
Take care.
Well, you did it. You won. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers.
When Cameron said those two words, big shots, couldn't believe it.
So, did you think you were going to win?
Once I saw the kids' outfits, I wasn't quite as sure, but once we heard the judges' comments, I was absolutely sure.
I definitely thought that we were going to win. I'm really surprised that the Big Shots beat us by that much.
You know, they put a lot of effort and a lot of creativity into their design, and their designs were good, just not as good as ours.
As a team, I think we went wrong with the colours that we decided to use. We went for the brighter ones when the younger market actually wanted the darker ones.
My final message to the Bright Sparks is you came a long way, but you just, in the end, weren't good enough to beat the boss.
Limos off a loser! Let's get a lift!
Big Shots. I honestly thought that we were going to win. I guess this time you just got lucky.